Oh, yes, we are back. So, anyway, what we were talking about is real estate until my phone kind of went down and I had to put my other camera phone on because I use these camera phones. They're actually the best thing to use. They're very economical and they're very easy. So, we were talking about some of the things to make real estate your way of becoming wealthy. And you know, it's $1 Million Monday. And on $1 Million Monday, we talk real estate and how to make some money. That's what we do. So let's get into it right now. I was rereading an old book of mine, and it's called Trump Strategies for Real Estate. Now, whatever you think about our president, Donald Trump, the one thing that you cannot question is his life savings that his father left him into several $billions, maybe 10 billion. We don't know quite for sure, but we know he's a billionaire because the guy was absolutely smart and ruthless in New York. But in New York, if you're doing business, you have to be ruthless. It's a whole different kind of style of doing business than it is here in Southern California. In fact, the thing about doing business in New York and Chicago, you can say that too, and Philadelphia. But the thing about doing business in some of those cities is that at least you know where you stand right at the moment. Okay? You know exactly where you stand. Here in Southern California, you don't know where you stand half the time. But anyhow, I was reading this book by Donald Trump. He co-wrote it with this guy he'd made a lot of money with, George H. Ross, which was his personal attorney for decades and his real estate attorney. And I'm just going to go over a couple of things. And if you've never read President Trump's book, The Art of the Deal, you should. It's sort of one of those mandatory readings. It's like reading Sun Tzu, Art of War. You've got to read that. These are mandatory books. Or the power, the laws, just basic, just fantastic books that'll educate your mind in a certain way so that you can have that kind of narrow, sharp, razor blade like decision making and understanding about whatever it is that you want to do. So, in this book that Donald Trump co wrote with George H. Ross, in this book, just a couple of things. These are key points. There are 5 key points that anybody who's going to get involved in real estate on any level should really put to heart. First one is you've got to use your enthusiasm, okay, for the project to inspire others on your team. You've got to use enthusiasm. You've got to be very positive and enthusiastic about what you're trying to accomplish with your project. I don't care how small or big it is. It really doesn't matter. What matters is your enthusiasm. The idea that you have is very important. The next thing to consider, and these are 5 points that Donald Trump used all the time, especially in building his real estate empire. And you have to build relationships with everyone involved in the deal. Every person involved in the deal you can build a relationship with, from the assistant, intern, all the way to the decision maker. Involving each person into a relationship with you is important because they will speak and think and feel highly about you, which in turn, your enthusiasm will ignite their firecracker, their dynamite, to want to get this project and join it. Okay? Showmanship is really part of real estate strategy. When Donald Trump flew the 747, his pilots, down into the Daytona 500, and then he gets out, lands at the airport, drives over, and his whole charade of cars, this parade of cars come in. There's like 30 of them, and the Beast is out there in front. And then he gets out and he talks to all the drivers and he talks to all the people in the stands. And he and Melania, looking so hot too, She is such a great first lady. Anyway, and then he takes a race around the Daytona 500 in the Beast. I mean, how cool is that? See, it's called showmanship. You have to have showmanship in life, and especially in a real estate deal, especially if you're trying to engage others into what you're trying to do. You have to have some showmanship. Be better prepared than anyone else. Know their job better than they know their job. Know the future and what has to be done way before anybody else can figure out what has to be done, or even try to get things done before they're supposed to be done, so when you get there, it's already done. Be prepared. Be prepared about every aspect of the property. Be prepared about every aspect of the players. Be prepared about every aspect of the financing. Be prepared, okay? And then be tenacious. Never give up. Never give up on your ideal and dream. These are 5 key points that Donald Trump always does in every real estate transaction. The next thing is to think big. He's got another 5 points here, which are so important, especially if you're investing in property. You got to think as big as you possibly can. And don't be afraid to pay premium price for a premium property. Premium location or prime location, you pay your premium price. But you don't pay anything until you know the vision that you're going to bring that's going to increase the value significantly in that property. You have to ratify and you have to consider the vision of your quest before you pay for your quest. Okay? Understand where your profit is, where you're going to improve the value of that property significantly so that you can return an investment. Okay? Then look for a really great location. Now, if you're limited on money, look for the best location your dollars will buy, your ability to qualify. Look for the best location. Well, I've got some foreclosures we're going to talk about, 3 or 4 here in just a few minutes, because it's $1 Million Money Making Monday on the Jesse T Show every night of the week from 6 to 7, somewhere in there. Okay, so we're talking about making money. No better way to kick off the week than the week that you're going to make some money. Be creative in your solving the problem. You know, you really become a problem solver. It's sort of like this. You find a property, you get it, now you got a bunch of problems to solve. And if you can solve them creatively to your benefit in a profit way, you have become a major deal maker. Okay? Big profits will be for you. Solving problems is the key. There is no problem that doesn't have an answer. It's just, do you have the ability to look beyond, your own mind? Every problem in the world, every issue and challenge has an answer. It's up to you to find the solution. Okay? And always put together a preliminary business plan of some sort. It doesn't have to be one of these huge, giant, perfect things that some Harvard Business School person is going to charge you tons of money, or a lawyer. Just understand your cost and your investment and your profit. Okay? Put that together and a timeline and meet those timelines. All right? The last thing I want to talk to you about is something that Donald Trump always does when he makes a real estate deal. These are 4 principles that he lives by. These are 4 things that he looks for in a location and everything. And that is great views, or something that's great about the property, where it resides. Okay? Is there any prestige to that property? Or can you bring prestige to that property? Okay? What's the growth potential behind that property? What is it? And then convenience. How convenient is it for those who want to buy it from you? It's a great book, guys. You ought to get it. Trump, Strategies for Real Estate. Great book. All right, let's talk about some repos. You want to talk about some repos? I want to get you started here because we have sort of a limited time. So, when we talk about repos, we got to play some good Jesse T music here to get us going because repos are where you're going to make your money, even in this crazy market. It really is. So let's get doing it right now, huh? Yeah.
How you feel the power of digital. How you feel the power of how you feel the power of digital.
All right, I feel pretty good tonight. It's $1 Million Money Making Monday. That's right, we're talking about how to make some money in real estate today. And we do that on every Monday. Last week we did it on Tuesday. We didn't do it on Monday, but we did it on Tuesday. So we were kind of backwards. But today it's a President's Day and we are doing it on Monday. So we just talked about how Donald Trump was making money in the real estate business for many years, some of his strategies, and they are so practical today. You should really look into that. Go back to the beginning of the show when we podcast this up and watch and listen and take some notes too. Hey, and also right now though, we're making a little transition because a lot of people will talk about real estate and talk about foreclosures. You go to these big seminars at hotels and all that stuff or whatever. They just want you to get involved in their program for a monthly wage or monthly fee or whatever they want to do. Many of them are using their own money to purchase. That's a game that's been doing for about 6 or 7, 8 years. But you get such a small percentage in that partnership with them. It really is. And it takes a lot of effort and time for you to find the properties because they deny thousands of properties to find those golden eggs. Well, if they can do it, why don't you do it? Why don't you just say no to a bunch of properties and find those golden eggs, then go find the money to put it together, or get the money to put it together in the beginning by getting qualified and approved from a bank. You'd be surprised what they will approve today versus what they would not approve 5 years ago, okay? So they want to give away money. They want to invest in you, and everything is changing. There's lots of no money down programs. There's lots of no income stated loan type programs. There's lots of things like that that are available. You might pay a little bit more for them, but like Donald Trump says, don't be afraid to pay something premium for something you can get that will get you to some prime property, okay? That's the bottom line. Saying hi to Guy John Tenorio. I like that. Almost like Tenorio. Anyway, saying hi to JG, saying hi to Sean McMillan and Richard Shimamura, who have us on, just a few, watching the Jesse T Show. So I'm going to give you the real scoop now. I'm going to give you the cheapest property right now that's currently on the market. It is a foreclosure in LA County. Okay? So get a pen, get a paper, write this down. If not, check out the podcast. You can go to www.jessetorero.com. All our podcast shows are there. That's our podcast free access site. And we also have a new store. We're selling Jesse T hats. That's going to be coming up this week. Jesse T t-shirts, Jesse T sweatshirts, and getting ready for summer with some great Jesse T products and some trips and money giveaways and some entrance to certain events and award shows and concerts and stuff that you won't be able to get anywhere except through me, Jesse T. That's www.jessetorero.com. You can catch this podcast there. That podcast out to our YouTube site, Jesse Torero. All right, here's the cheapest property in Los Angeles County right now. This is the cheapest property in Los Angeles County right now, okay? This is it, all right? This is a foreclosure, all right? It is a foreclosure and it is active. It needs work, okay? It sits on 5 acres. 5 acres. Do you know how big that is? That's like 43,568 square feet times 5. That's 218,000 and so square feet of land. 5 acres. That's bigger than a football field. Okay? A lot bigger, actually. All right, now check it out. This property, it's in Lancaster. Okay? $60,000. $60,000, built 1956. Okay? It's not bad. It is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. And you can add a garage onto here, turn it into a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and sell it for $160,000. If you do some of the sweat equity work yourself, simple. It costs you a lot less than the labor. I'll give you the address. 25250 East Avenue, K12. 25250 East Avenue, K12 in Lancaster. This is the least expensive foreclosure on the market right now in LA County. Now, there are some properties that are getting foreclosed on that aren't on the market. We don't know what their prices are going to be, but this one's on the market. Right now, it is active. Contact me at 818-800-1343 or 800-684-8699 and leave your name, number, and time to get back to you, and I'll give you some more details about this property. Maybe you can get it. $60,000. 25250 East Avenue, K12. $60,000 sitting on 5 acres. Unbelievable, isn't that? Amazing. Yes. Okay, now check this property out. This property is only $165,000, and notice a default has been filed. $165,000. Okay, that means they haven't lost it yet. Okay, they're trying to sell it before they lose it. What does that mean to you? Motivation. They don't want to get the credit ruined. They don't want that judgment or that credit to follow them forever and ever and ever. You get a foreclosure credit on your credit report, it never comes off. You can't get it off. It never comes off. The only thing that saves you is the time and distance from that foreclosure on your credit report to the next time that you buy. That's all. All right? So this property you could get for a really good price. And it's not priced bad. $160,000 for 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. Now, I'm going to repeat myself. $160,000 for 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms with a 2-car garage. That means you could turn it into 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms with 3 bathrooms. In fact, what you could do with the ADU program in LA County, that's additional dwelling units. You turn a 2-car garage into 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, put a little kitchen in there, all to code. They'll let you do it. You rent that out for $1,000 a month. You rent out the house for $1,000 a month. That's $2,000 a month income coming in on a $160,000 purchase price, maybe a $40,000 investment in converting the garage the proper way. So you got $200,000 into it, right? Your mortgage payment is going to be what? I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be, I'm going to tell you. You're looking at about $1,000 a month for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So you just put $1,000 in your pocket. I'll give you the address. Ready? 40986. Oh, give me a call if you want more information here. Here's my phone number. 1-800-684-8699. 1-800-684-8699 to get this foreclosure. And I can help you set up what I just told you. Saying hi to Andrew Finelli. Hey, Andrew. 1-800-684-8699. $1 Million Money Making Monday foreclosure. Here it is, the one I just told you. 40986, 166th Street East, Lancaster. $160,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, sitting on almost 3/4 of an acre. It was built in 1984. So it's a new house. It's only what, 30 years old maybe? Not even that. So what I'm telling you, this is you can do. 35 years old, that's what it is. It's basically a new house. All right? So check it out. Give me a call, 1-800-684-8699, or go to our website at www.jessetorero.com, or you can go directly to our real estate website at www.mrsoldjesset.com. All right, let's go back. Let's find another one. Let's jump across LA County right now. Let's jump across LA County, and let's go to Compton. Okay? Why you say Compton? Because Compton is a hot market right now, guys. Let me tell you something. Compton is hot. Compton is real hot. And this is like a place you got to be looking at. Okay? Let me see if I can find this property for you. Hopefully I'll be able to. Let me see if I can find this. I was looking at it earlier today. All right. There we go. Where are you at, Compton? I just had it. Ah, there it is. Thank you very much. Sometimes I lose these. Okay, here we go. This is the one I want to tell you about. Now, it's going to be a little more expensive here in Compton because you're right in Los Angeles. We went from Lancaster, now we're about 75 miles into Compton, okay, from Lancaster. All right, now this property is a foreclosure. Let's see here, it's active. Let's find out some information about it. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, 3,627 square foot lot. It's about a 1,200 square foot house. Let's see, it's sold as is. What else can we find out about this property? It's got a 1-car garage off an alley in the back. Single family residence. And this property is a probate. It's not a foreclosure, so that's good. You can make a bid on it. So what we have to do with this one, we have to get you pre-approved for the money so we can show that the lender is going to give you the money. And it's only $300,000. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, $300,000 in LA County? Wow. And you know, this is Compton. Compton is changing. Guys, if you haven't been in Compton, erase all your ideas. Bloop, delete them. Compton is changing. There's a regenderification going on in Compton right now. Unfortunately, a lot of African American families are not moving back in. A lot of African American families have moved out. A lot of the young people from 20, 10 years ago are not coming back to live in Compton. What is being replaced by is large, hardworking new Americans, Latinos, okay, are replacing Compton. All legal working citizens of the United States of America, and they're buying. And what they're doing, they're family people, they're renovating all of these properties, these old properties that were built, like this one was built in 26. They're renovating them and making them really nice. And the streets are cleaning up, and a lot of the gang warfare and all that stuff from the Crips and Bloods and all that stuff, it's not there anymore like it was. It's going away. So you have the Compton is putting tons of money into their infrastructure, schools, parks. It kind of reminds you what Culver City was like 25 years ago. It was just a rat's nest. Culver City had gangs 30 years ago, and an MGM moved in, changed everything, or Sony moved in and bought MGM. So that's what's happening in Compton. It's really getting cleaned up everywhere. I just sold a house in Compton early part of last year. Anyhow, $300,000. this isn't a bad price. You want to find out more information about this one on Largo Avenue, give me a call at 1-800-684-8699 or go to www.jesset.com for more information. Give me a call when you leave your message, leave your name, number, and time to get back to you, and I'll give you the info. And we can get you pre-approved for a loan from a bank free. It won't cost you anything. All right? Here's the address, 13103 South Largo. Okay? $300,000. It's a probate. We can make a bid on this. Saying hi to Andrew Vanelli. Hey, what's up, buddy? Good to have you along, man. Looking forward to seeing the pictures from your next big Hall of Fame gig. Andrew Finelli's got one of the most prestigious Hall of Fames up in Northern California. Thank you, Andrew, for having us on. You're the man. He works with a lot of kids, and he's really a great mentor to a lot of young children, and in that respect. Well, I want to be your mentor. I want to be your real estate mentor. I can help you out. I've been doing this for 40 years and doing loans for 30 years. I've had my ups and downs. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a billionaire like Trump. You know, I've taken some chances and won some good things and lost some good things too. That's the way it is. So let's bounce around. Hey, you can't know the good until you know the bad, baby. That's right. Remember that. Let's bounce around and let's see where else we can go for one more foreclosure. We're going to, or probate or auction. Let's go and see where else we can go here, somewhere in LA County. All right, this one is really interesting. And I'll tell you why. Because it is located in a terrific area of the San Fernando Valley. It is an area that is highly sought after because of the school district. Okay? Highly sought after. All right. This area is an area that everybody wants to move to. Okay? It is centrally located to everything, and it is beautiful. It's right by Toluca Lake, so the price is going to be a little bit different. It's an active listing, and it's in Valley Village. But let me tell you a little bit about this property. Colfax Community Charter School District. This is one of the best school districts in the San Fernando Valley. A lot of movie stars and very wealthy people send their kids to these schools. It's surrounded by multi-million-dollar houses, prices up to $3 million. This is one of the last kind of remaining little houses that they used to make in 1924 in Valley Village. Heck, there were dirt streets then. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It's only 812 square feet, but it sits on a nice piece of land of 7,800 square feet. Now, understand something. It's right by Valley Village Park and the NoHo Arts District. That is like the place. I mean, you got the West Ho shopping complex being put in by the same people that did the farmers market down in LA and the Americana in Pasadena or Glendale. They're doing the one in West Ho, which is right adjacent to NoHo, but NoHo is just like right adjacent to Burbank and Toluca Lake and Valley Village. This is one of the best places. This is another probate listing, and you have to have court confirmation, so we got to get you pre-approved. Probates are becoming very interesting now again in the marketplace because a lot of the older folks are dying. Kind of the last remnants of the older generation who are now 80 plus years old to 95 are dying. The baby boomers aren't quite there, the top end of the baby boomers, but all the others that kind of hung on and didn't move out 20 years ago when they retired and 30 years ago when they retired, they're dying in their homes. And the kids, a lot of them, they just want to get that money. That's right, honey. They want that money. And so they're selling these properties off. And these are just, if you have the idea that you can build something, this would be like a great Trump investment. You've got perfect area, prime property, major significant value and upgrades that you could do. You could get this up. The value could be up to $3 million easily. Okay? Now check out the price. It's not that much money. $995,000. This is a great deal. A fantastic deal for this house. So if you're looking for something like this and you want to put a 3,000 square foot house here and sink some investment money into that and then resell it, man, you can do it here and put $700,000 in your pocket easily with all your investment back. All right? Call me up. I'll let you know how you can do this. 1-800-684-8699. Here you go. Here's a listing. Ready? 11616 Morrison Street. 11616 Morrison Street in Valley Village. Now, all these properties that I'm giving you are listed with my competitors. So I'm giving you the addresses. I'm giving them to you. And because I have trust in you. Because we have a relationship, you and I. We've been doing this together for a while now. And I know you appreciate the ability that I give to you to kind of check these things out. And back to me with some questions and things like that. Look, I will do everything I can to make any dream come true for you in the real estate business. I also do loans as well. So we've got both that covered for you, all right? So I give these to you with the knowledge that we have a relationship and you'll come back to me. Hey, I've got to take care of my business and my family, and that's how I do that. And who knows, if it's a great deal, and some of these are, and I have the ability at the time, I might just jump in with you. Because I'm always looking to make money with good friends like you. All right? All right, you got it. Hey, it's called $1 Million Money Making Monday. And you know what we do on $1 Million Money Making Monday? We make money in the real estate game.
How do you feel the power of the kitchen?
www.mrsold.jesset.com. Want some real estate info? Give us a call. 1-800-684.
How do you feel the power of
8699 is the toll-free number. You can call us there. Go to our other website if you're looking to sell. www.sellerjesset.com. If you're looking to buy, www.buyjesset.com. And if you just want to keep up with me in the real estate biz and all kinds of crazy fun articles,
how do you feel the power of the kitchen?
go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Jesse Terrero Broker. $1 Million Money Making Monday with yours truly, the Brown Beauty, always on duty. It's the Jesse T Show. Taking our guy, Maestro Dead Mile 5 and his digital remix. Oh yeah.
How do you feel the power of the kitchen?
The Brown Beauty is off duty. See ya!